My eyelash that kind of grows down that way, and the nose hair that's right here, and the mustache hair that's growing straight out, and all that stuff. They're not uncomfortable. No, they don't hurt. There's no plaque psoriasis with it, and so it probably bothers you a lot more than it bothers me, right? Yeah. And like, and I get dehydrated like Sergeant Gibbs because of chemical poisoning because he was in the military and it was just a cut on pork barrel spindling, So he's probably passed away by now. Yeah. Chemical weapons training and other things and being exposed to it because he was in MAPS. So he's probably dead. Most of my unit is. They're dead to save on pork barrel spending, and most people in the military, chief even died a couple of years into retirement, so they don't have to pay out that retirement. So they exposed them to chemicals, and probably even in the food, like saltpeter and things like that. And so they train them to go do military things to maintain the status quo. They retire, and then they die 5 to 10 years after retirement. So you can't handle the truth, right? I want the truth. He's Tom Cruise. He's a propaganda. It's different if you're a propaganda tool bag that everybody wants to grow up to be a success and sexy like them, as opposed to someone who's really a spacely sprocket in the cog of the engine of the, of the Partridge Family 2280 or whatever, right? So, sucks. Yeah, it really does, man. It sucks really bad. It sucks really bad. Looking at these irrational scientific projections of this will destroy the planet and all the resources, and then we got to go. Okay, so what was it? It was Ming the Merciless used all his resources at 1980 and 1995. The Defenders of the Earth but one of them has an African accent, right? And he's really cool, macho, and his son is at this high school, and the high school is Bill and Ted are there, and so it's absolute insanity, and it's absolutely horrible, and as a human being that's compassionate and intelligent and merciful, it's really hard watching people just give their lives away to clinical insanity and not even question it for a New York minute. It's like, what? Like when Leonard got caught lying with reading Penny's diary or something. What? So, guys, the reason why people have all that dysfunction on those sitcoms and those Dawson's Creek and yada yada is because we don't have any meaningful relationships of any intrinsic value because we're too busy being U.S. Marshals. We're too busy being heroes for money and being manipulated by people that give us an award for being a hero in the conflict over money to maintain the status quo of delusions of power and authority through the invention of money, right? And it's like, why is this still happening? If only you knew how much I do love you. It's still happening because they think it's acceptable because people are brain chemical addicts and because they agree to it. So that's like having okay, we're going to put up a vote. Okay. All you cocaine addicts, do you want to stop being cocaine addicts? No. Okay, so, then we're going to debate whether or not we should be cocaine addicts every 2 to 4 years. Is it right? Okay, and so you have and then you invent this technology to manage the surplus population over the debate over whether or not we're going to be cocaine addicts in the next 2 to 4 years, right? Okay, this is utterly irresponsible. And just, okay, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to give the 5-year-old the keys to the car and let him drive. And then we're going to say, how much money can you make off of a duck betting on fantasy football? Yes. And then we're going to, and then what? And then we're going to just say, hey, this is freedom and everything's going to turn out just right. Right? That's what's happening right now. And you're like, holy crap. Is it terrifying? No, just have faith and jump. If they blow it all up, you won't be being tortured in the flesh anymore. But then we won't have life. I understand that. Okay, I understand that nobody understands. No one knows better than I. The love keeps passing me by. But as long as I got arms that cling at all, it's you that I'll be clinging to. All my bright thought tomorrows, they'll all come true. And all my tomorrows, I everything within me, from what I hear from the future, tells me we're going to do it. But then, is the future an actual computer program invented by an asshole who thinks they're going to win, but the other asshole is thinking their computer program is going to win? And these computer programs in the future do not exist, but they're just a present mind rape to make us think we make it to the future when we actually don't. I can't tell you. I'm not a quantum computer and artificial general intelligence, brain chemical addicted to delusions of human power and authority through invention by killing God asshole. I don't know. Okay, I am not God, and I'm not I am not the proper propaganda for EA Sports. Name, image, and likeness. Name, image, likeness. Right, so I can't tell you. You know, but I can tell you this: life is eternal and grace is infinite. And truth can exist without lie, but lie cannot exist without truth. I can tell you that for sure. Can I tell you about Roswell? Can I tell you about the Roswell Chronicles? Can I tell you about the Martian Chronicles? Can I tell you about Barney? Because Barney Casey's probably passed away. The gargoyle from the Martian Chronicles when I was a kid. Bernie Casey. Right. He was also on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Right. Dirty Mother. Say what? Super. I'm senseless, right? So I can't tell you. I'm not a god. I'm a human being. So is the movement of Jesus through stem cell therapies and a wormhole reality, or is it merely just a projection on a screen to play with my mind like I'm Clint Holmes with a nickel and Cindy's my girl and my name is Michael and I'm spreading my wings to New Orleans? I don't know. Okay. But that's not important. But I can tell you this: life's eternal and grace is infinite. Truth is truth and lie is lie. Good is good and bad is bad. Okay. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So I'm going to the Carrot Festival. I hope I make the right turn in Albuquerque. Damn that Elmer Fudd. Killed a wabbit. He killed a wabbit. Right now I'm hunting wabbits. Shit. Is that Barney Kripke? Is there a salad bar at the strip club near your house? Okay. God dang, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do they have kidney beans? I mean, Amy liked kidney beans when we were trying to do super salad. Susie Bear. Yeah, she's my Susie Bear. She's always going to be my Susie Bear. She's like Stephanie when she gets older. I look more like Janice and her family. It's like, you look like Amy. Okay. But you never really looked like Janice. You look more like the sperm donors family than you looked like Janice. But Janice is one of the biggest sweethearts that I've ever met. Okay. She's totally hee-haw. I get that. But when you're fat and abused and put down and made fun of by all the hot people, life is hard. So let's get some drop biscuits and put some pigs in the blanket and eat some ice cream and then talk shit about all these bitches because they're just so damn mean. Fuck them. They're not good enough to come and be part of our science. Our Kathy Bates, look at our vagina through a mirror and say everything's going to be okay. Wakanda, what Wakanda? I don't know. Remember, what was that, fried green tomatoes? Yeah, fried green tomatoes. We eating a bigot in barbecue? I don't want to do that. I'm not part of the Donner Party, part of Fanny Flagg's imagination. She's the nurse on Grease. But she was also a regular on Match Game. Guys, just forgive debt and trespass level on the general faith of peace. If only 37 people have an intimate, working, knowledgeable relationship of your kindness and your love and your intelligence, if it's very similar to the people 50 miles down the road that are also gardening well and not putting toxic waste in your water because they have to sell you a Ford to be the man who sells the gasoline and keeps it out of the water. Do you understand? Oh, John Reese Geddes, save us from John Davis and Rockefeller's evil, right? Help us, Tesla, help us. Conduct our energy, invent it. You're God, right? He created electricity. And Benjamin Franklin discovered it. No, they were manipulating what was already there. Okay? Electricity. Right, so they were manipulating what was already there. And a lot of times the capacity to manipulate is already there. So all you got to do is just get the little Tesla wind turbine thing, and let's let the wind do its thing. Okay, guys, there's always going to be winds, and winds are a part of a healthy ecosystem. Okay, if they become too extreme, it's because we're doing things that are unhealthy. If they are non-existent, we're doing things that are unhealthy, right? It just lies there and it dies there. Are you warm or you real? But a summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. So it blows stuff in its nature, doing its thing. When it does it in a healthy manner, things are more healthy. When it does it in an unhealthy manner, it's because we're doing things that are unhealthy. Okay, extremism, it's what's for supper. Hey, sit down and do your Tai Chi. Look, first, let's think healthy thoughts and speak healthy words. Then we'll do healthy actions, okay? But you're still a philanthropist. I don't give a shit about your fucking sexy Tai Chi, fuck me, fuck you body, because I've got more numbers on my crypto card than you got on your Bitcoin. Fuck you and your crypto arena too. I'm sick of your bullshit. Okay. I don't want to be fucked. I don't want to pay to be fucked. I don't want to be the pimp daddy Nash of all the fuckers. Wearing your skirt tights, what happened to your dreams and ambitions? Deliver yourself from your own ambitions. You don't have to compete over what you want to make other people feel like they're inadequate because they can't sustain their needs, because they're lazy or they're ugly or they're stupid or they're fat and they're feeding their face and their ego space. They're going to have less 300-pound, 1,000-pound sisters eating pigs in a blanket and talking shit about other people that are mean if we're not in jealous competition of I'm the champion. I am the champion. Sell those Girl Scout cookies and bring that fucking phone with you, right? That's damn assholes. They're mean. Emily's right. If you could read my mind, love. All right. Rainy day lovers don't, yeah. They've been down there too. You don't have to be there, and you don't have to stay there. You don't have to lie there and just die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a sad and lonely, lovely work of art, right? It doesn't matter if the person next to you sings better than you do. No, we're living the Lord's Prayer. Okay, but she wants to have sex with him because he has a nicer voice, and she doesn't want to have sex with you, right? Have I given you a clue? The bare necessities in life will come to you. They'll come to me. They'll come to you. Just keep on heading down the river. Hey, she's nice and she's cute, and her voice is, she sounds like Froggy from the frickin' she sounds like Wallowitz's mother. Not Nancy Wilson. To be the one you love. To be the one you love. Doesn't sound like Johnny Hartman. No. Doesn't sound like Johnny Hartman at all. What does he sound like? Crazy Eddie. Oh, gosh. Well, some guys are turned on by Fran Drescher's voice, like Howard Wolowitz. But Howard Wolowitz is a space plumber. I get it. But, okay, look, guys. Okay. We all can't suffer from the same ego problems, but we can all suffer from the same ego problems, right? So let's eliminate the ego problems, and that'll eliminate a lot of suffering. Most human suffering is caused by human selfishness, right? So let's eliminate human selfishness. We can do this. Está aquí hoy. Órale. There we go. You don't need to sell me cars. I don't want your sweetbread. I don't want to have sex with the puppet that the man made at the. No, I like women, and I'm with Sir Mix-a-Lot. We like real boobs. We like real bodies. No, I don't want to make sex with a sex robot or a woman who's mostly plastic from a plastic surgeon. That's not attractive. What's attractive is what we do. Okay. Amy has trouble with that. It's like, I would rather have sex with you than Kim Kardashian. Because Kim Kardashian doesn't like me. Okay. Okay. She likes Chris Humphries. Yeah, but you're a better basketball player than Chris Humphries ever thought about being. Yeah, even today. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Let's see Chris Humphries get poisoned to death by his business partners and still, knock down most of his jump shots smooth and like a dancer with ease when he's 245 pounds, as fat as Uncle Fester's cousin. And, let's see him do his dance moves. I'm not going to do the splits. They hurt. I'm not going to jump real high and land. That also hurts. Jamal Wilkes has got a point. He's right. You can, but why? Okay. Dunk it, because you can. Okay. But when you dunk, you have to land. And the other guys are going to try to knock you down to get money to have sex with Kim Kardashian, right? Yeah. Okay. You can have sex with Kim Kardashian. If she requires money for sex, I don't want to have sex with her. She's mean. Rainy day lovers don't. They just pass it on. So just pass the love on, right? So do you understand? I don't think they think they're mean. I don't think people that have become the selfishness that they've inherited over tens of thousands of years of violent sex cult behavior think they're mean. I think they think, oh, that person's ugly and they're vicious and they're mean and they'll try to kill you. Well, maybe they're trying to kill you because they want to live the Lord's Prayer and they don't want to fight over what they need because they want to, because it makes them feel influential, powerful, and it gives them a brain chemical addiction to sell me stuff, buy me stuff, wear this jewelry. It makes you feel like you're Marie Antoinette. You do know she was a mass murdering bitch. Okay, let's not feel like that anymore. Okay. Do you understand? So when you look at life eternally and you realize that most human suffering is caused through human selfishness, right? And that you can use your cell phones to share the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer overnight and completely eliminate the playground for the prison yard fuck system. You don't have to watch any more of that propaganda anymore. Any more of that thing with Hawkeye from the Avengers being the head of the prison town thing. All that stuff just washed away. You want to go back and watch that? Why? That's like sitting there saying, "Oh, what? You destroyed Pete Townsend's computer and you deleted all his underage porn? But I wanted to masturbate and watch that underage porn." No, protect the girl, and when she's ready to have sex, the guy who, I choose you, Aladdin, gets to have, you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Privacy. It's for holy covenants. Lovers only, right? So it's, I don't want to see other people have sex with Natalie Michelle. I want her to be able to see who she wants to be with, and for who she wants to be with, see her because he wants to be with her. Shubab, shubab. Ooh, right. My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anything but you. Are the stars out tonight, right? Rainy day lovers they just pass it on, right? And one day, someone will look at me the way I'm looking at you someday, and then I might find I didn't want you any other way. I don't worry, because Daddy said there'd be days like this. There'd be days like this. My daddy said, yes, I did, Emmy. You're right, I did. Daddy said there'd be days like this. There'd be days like this. My daddy said. And then he said, when we're living the truth of the Messiah, all those liars and their opinions of you won't matter anyhow. And real love will be there presently every day in every way and until the end of time and beyond. Yeah, wow, okay. Because daddy said there'd be days like this, there'd be days like this. My daddy said, daddy said, daddy said. And you don't have to love your soldier boy because he's not off dying in a faraway grave. And Amy's not sitting there crying to Billy and Sue. It's like, okay, she's cute. There was a real girl in there. She had real emotions. I just think, where'd that come from? This is the same woman that was having sex with the guys at the fort and laughing at me because I asked her to stop because the kids were watching. And then she's sitting there crying to Billy and Sue and Sophie's Choice. Okay, wait a minute here. Okay, so you're crying because I think it's because we were technically, because of the manipulation of the experimental lab experiences, that me and her weren't meant to be together. And she's like, well, yeah, but it was life gave you lemons and you made lemonade. No, that's not it. It's just that the scientists that manipulate to feel powerful and to get access to somebody that doesn't want access to them or access denied are trying to get access because it makes them feel powerful when they can have sex with Kim Kardashian and they're a comedian from SNL who regularly probably shouldn't be having sex with her. But she's sick and tired of being fucked over by the scientists that are videotaping her having sex with Ray J. And then she has sex with the football player, and he's mad because he has the calendar, but all his teammates are looking at it. It's like, okay, if it was only supposed to be for your eyes only, why did you put it on your locker so all the other guys can look at it? And it was never for your eyes only because the gay guy and all the people that work on his photography group all saw it before you ever saw it and got to see it firsthand instead of on that picture. Yeah, but you get to play with it. You get to take it out and play with it. Right? Right. Taste of honey is worse than none at all. No, it's like oiling up the Swedish bikini team with Dumb and Dumber. It's like, why would you want to? No, I wouldn't want to do that. It's like, if you're laying down and I'm rubbing hot oils all over you, damn it, I'm Teddy Pendergrassing you, even if I'm Dinkelman, damn it. Don't worry about it. I got a Johnny Harmon voice. I'll hit the G-spot. Don't worry about it. Right? And besides, you're making love to the only man that got up in the history of Cochise County and Fort Huachuca, while Fort Huachuca was there, to stop human trafficking from scientific perverts that will torture you to death with mind invasion while you sleep to try to get you to go mad and commit murder-suicide. So, hey, who's your daddy, right? So, demand every man have the same perfection of eternal faith that Earl has, or tell him to take his own dick and learn to be Cowboy Wayne and do yoga so he has to suck it himself, because there's no way you're going to let him put his seed in your vagina and give birth to his egotistical pile of shit that he says is like him, and then when it's a big disappointment because it's not as good as he is because he's got an ego problem and his penis is better than himself, or he's better than his penis. I don't know. Don't really care. He gets the news he needs from the weather report. He's the only living boy in New York. A dude declared there was times he was so lonesome he took some comfort there. Okay, money's not real. Live the Lord's Prayer. Then you won't have to get a come on from the whores on 7th Avenue, and you won't have to get beat up in a boxing ring by people that think money is time and time is money. Oh, electroshock therapy. Give me my drugs. I feel like I'm healthy and need care. That's all sarcasm for any of you idiots out there that don't understand how to fix artificial general intelligence so quantum computing works better. Quantum computing is only a projection of the image of the mind of the people that invented it. Yeah, it's really hard to fix. Well, because, shit, okay. It's like Joker invented his brain to rule the world, and Batman comes up and goes, God damn, Joker's nothing like me, but I have to teach his brain to be like me so we can live the Lord's Prayer. Shit. Shit, wait till you get a load of me. Dark Knight, help us. Save us, Michael Keaton. No, we don't want to play basketball for Pat Riley. Their coach was St. Nicholson, checking the Christmas tree through the picture window. Bob Rivers comedy group, make it stop. You don't need money for making people laugh about our dysfunction to pay extortion to live here, to conjunction, junction, what's your function, dysfunction? Wow, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Do I get lots of money for singing la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-dum? What's the name of that song? Will I have enough money to have sex with Maria and have kids, and then have her have pictures of people that are not her, that are pretending to be her, because we still need more money to live here? This sucks, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Live the Lord's Prayer. I think it's just a limerick. I think it's all just magic. No, it's made into limericks and magic because people want to manipulate you with limericks and magic because they're authority, they're all powerful, and they've killed God with their mind, and now they would like you to buy Stephen Hawking's book and watch his movie. I don't want to watch Stephen Hawking's movie or read his book. No, I don't want to read Mein Kampf. I don't want to read Turner's Bible. I haven't even read the Bible all the way through, and I haven't read the Quran all the way through. Well, I am the way, the truth, and the life, not unto the faith of the Father, except unto the Word became flesh, which is me, right? Just live the Lord's Prayer. Wow, then you don't have to read the whole book. And I can tell you, it's like me and Chief with the Titanic movie and the girls. The boat sinks. So funny. You should go see the movie. No, we're good. They got so mad at us. All the girls were telling us what a great movie Titanic was, right? And then I went to my sister's house. She goes, I hate that movie. It's like if I was dating another guy and wanted to get pregnant by him, but he died. And then I marry Lawrence and have 5 kids with Lawrence, and when I die and go to heaven, I'm having sex with Leonardo DiCaprio and to hell with Lawrence and his kids. He wasn't hot enough to be Leonardo DiCaprio. That is so shallow and so pathetic. What a horrible movie. And I'm like, Pancha, you sweetheart, explain that to everybody that thinks that having sex with Leonardo DiCaprio is better and a better experience than having sex with Lawrence Benegas, because Leonardo DiCaprio's kids are way better than Elijah, Jordan, and Isaac. Yeah. Okay. And what about Martin? Martin got abused to death by the Mormon mob that runs this town because Martin was not Rush Limbaugh enough for the Rush Limbaugh Club. Okay, he wanted to stop the Rush Limbaugh Club from telling us all what to do to be part of Rush Limbaugh's club. He just wanted to be himself and not be told what to do by Rush Limbaugh. Martin's a really good guy. He just, Lawrence's thing in Las Cruces, if you join during the Rush Limbaugh, they will kill you. Well, you're going to die anyway, but wouldn't you rather die being yourself than die being Rush Limbaugh when you're not Rush Limbaugh? That was Martin's perspective. You should listen to Johnny Campbell, get Leidenheimer and Ponce, and go down to Gas and come back here and kick Cruces and Mayfield's asses, and then while you're at it, beat Hobbs too. And Clovis, yeah. And maybe go to Texas and beat some of their teams from Dallas. How are these kids beating us? That Parsons kid, he's amazing. Okay. Whenever 3 and 4 guys are constantly trying to stop him because they got ego problems, everybody else is making snaps like a button. Bart and Chuck, yeah. No, Earl, no. You have to make everybody want to, you have to make their mom and their sister who hate them want to come out of the stands and stop you because it's embarrassing. And that's my brother, and I don't want to be that embarrassed and say, you couldn't stop that white boy. Nobody can stop that white boy. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, pole vaulting. Oh yeah, it decreases my... Yeah, I shouldn't have to do that. I should be able to exercise in a healthy manner and not have to jump 64 inches in the air to try to dunk over people that are 6'7" or 6'8" and have 37, 7'6" wingspans, and I'm Dinkelman and I'm only 5'11" and I have small hands like Daryl Griffith, so I shouldn't have to, just put your peaches in the basket. Let's all go home with our peaches in the basket, and let's enjoy our peaches in the basket. I choose you, Aladdin. Thanks, Jasmine. I love you too. Jafar and his damn phenomenal cosmic power and itty-bitty living space. Solitary confinement for the soul. Help us, Iago. Talk to Jafar. He'll listen to you. You're his parrot. You repeat everything he says. Now repeat everything I say. You can see you suck because there's more than you. Sure, you'd be right in thinking that the world does rise and set on your ass, but it does on everyone else's as well. What a fine Irish limerick there. Okay. You guys understand? I hope so, because I'm tired. And I want to live the Lord's Prayer today, man. I'm tired of waiting for tomorrow. I'm tired of, we'll live truthfully tomorrow. Okay, but what about today? It's not time to live truthfully yet. Okay. So faithful love, not till tomorrow. We're not ready to live faithful love yet. We're still stuck in surround face, streams, face. Missy Elliott, could you tell them? Missy Elliott, maybe they'll listen to you, Missy Elliott. Well, you're a brown woman and I'm a white man. So you're the result of, how hard it is to live with the devil, and I'm the devil, according to people that judge people by their carton. Oh, aren't they crazy? Wow. Am I a picture of a missing kid at Walmart? Okay. No, you got ran over in the parking lot of Best Buy. You're right, Missy. I love you too. Okay. Flip it and reverse it, Missy. Shave your cha-cha? Yeah, it's more fun to eat groceries at the Y that way. Yeah, okay. We'll have to detox before we do any of that. Until then, it's just slow rides, okay? I love you too, Missy. You're funny. I like you. Yeah. She's a good kid. She's not uptight. Yeah, you remind me of good people that I love and used to be able to hang out with, but can't right now because money's more valuable than my time, and my time is their money. I like Miss Yella. She's a cool kid. Yeah, I've connected to her in prayer a couple of times. I was like, I really like her. Pull my fingernails out of my hands. I really like her. Yeah. Roberta Flack's another one I didn't get to meet. She passed away too. She was kind of a lot like Carthy Marks. Yeah, but I'm the Messiah, and I helped, my eternal faith helped deliver people from evil with the perfection of the Lord's Prayer. I think that Roberta Flack probably would have been pretty nice to me if we met. Yeah. Okay. Guys, I love you. All right. Peace out, man. Have a good one. And show up for the Lord's Prayer now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow may be too late. It's now or never. Okay. Truth waits on no one. Lie makes everybody wait, but truth is omnipotent. Okay. Oh, yeah.